Hello everyone, welcome back to KXN Live. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. I'm Esmeralda Zamora and today we have a very special interview with a local Round Rock teen who is making big moves out in the entire world. And my guest today is going to be Mr. Cooper Smith. Thanks for joining me, Cooper. Remember, you got to look at the camera, not at me. We're doing a little podcast type of setup, so it's a little different. But what are you doing? Tell me, how are you and how are you doing on this Thursday?
I'm doing great. I'm thankful to be out here and I appreciate this interview and I'm ready.
So tell me about who you are and what you are doing in Dallas in a couple days.
I'm just a Fortnite player, nothing much. But in this next week, we have the Global Championship in Fort Worth at the Dickies Arena. If any of y'all want to come out, you can go to the website, get your tickets. But that's what I'm doing, yeah.
Perfect. And tell me a little bit about how you started playing Fortnite. What were the first, how did you figure out I want to play Fortnite?
I first started playing Fortnite like everybody else. I started playing when I think I was 12. All my friends in middle school were playing, talking about it at the lunch table. So I had to give it a shot. I was really young. I know I was I think 12, 13. So that's when I first started playing. I realized that over a few years that I was a lot better than my friends. And I figured I'd try to give it a shot in the competitive world. And it just skyrocketed from there for sure.
And well, it definitely skyrocketed last year when you won the Global Championship in 2023 in Denmark. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that. How are you feeling and how did you initially get put into the competition?
Got it. Okay, so my teammate Mero, actually the way we first started playing was through a coin flip, which is pretty ironic. But to explain it shortly, my teammate Mero was planning on quitting the game entirely, never going to play again. And, I was always an up-and-comer. I wasn't really a pro at the time when we first started playing, but Mero flipped the coin to play with me. And he DM'd me, heads or tails. I picked tails. The coin was tails, and then so on and so forth. We ended up playing, and we ended up winning.
That's awesome. How did you feel when you were in the middle of the tournament and when they told you that you won?
I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I don't think my teammate could either.
But one thing I kept my mind on, which many people didn't, I focused positioning and surge so much more than you do.
Spin! With this much on the line! And so is Cooper! No way!
And I think we went to all of our end games with give or take 600 masks, combined.
And I know that this year you have a different teammate. How did you pick your teammate and how important is it for that teamwork dynamic to work, especially in a tournament like the one that's coming up?
So my teammate currently is Kanata, and I think picking your teammates are very important. It's always good to have somebody that you could have a good connection with, but as well worry about, in terms of competitive, having a good, let me think of the word, competitive side to it. Y'all need to know how to take criticism, all these other things, vice versa. But I think teammates are very important, and I think me and Kanata are looking good.
And tell me about these photos on the screen right now. Mm-hmm. What are we looking at?
That was the whole arena in Denmark. It's really cool. All the people on stage. I think there's 100 people on that stage, 50 different teams, and it was really cool. It was an amazing stage, and I was blessed to play there.
Now, tell me about how you are preparing for this next competition. Is there any different strategies you're taking? Mm-hmm. Are there any different steps to practicing that you're doing?
In terms of preparation, me and my duo Kanata, we play all the time. We play every day for almost 8 hours pretty much. We scrim, we go through it's called VOD reviewing. We go through our games, pick and point and see what we're doing wrong. In terms of preparation, I can't say too much, but we're doing a lot and we're working hard for it.
Well, I don't want to keep the audience waiting, but I know we have something special in this room. Can you grab it and show us on the camera?
Of course, okay.
Wow, that's amazing. It's
course.
Huge. What is it made of?
I don't know the word. What is it? It's gold, and I don't know the name of the crystals.
Swarovski crystals?
There you go. Yeah. You know it better than me, but it's
really
cool.
And did you have just one trophy for your team, or did you both get one?
We both got one, actually, and believe it or not, it has our names engraved on, it's kind of hard to see, but at the very bottom, and it's really cool. I love it.
Do you think you can pick it up and show it in the camera, the name part?
I'll try to come close. Ooh. There you go.
There you go. Wow, that's so cool.
Ooh.
So let's move on to our next question. My next question is, can you walk us through your decision-making process during the tournaments? What are some of the main important things that you do?
Okay, so in terms of decision-making, there's two roles kind of in duos, which is the game winner of the tournament I won. So there's an IGL, which is known as an in-game leader is what it stands for. And then the fragger, which is somebody who looks for opportunities and whatnot. So in this tournament that I won, I was the IGL, so I was leading. You know, I was preparing the most. I was like pretty much the foundation of our team, and my teammate Mara was the one like looking for opportunities. So I had a lot of pressure on me and a lot of other things. But in terms of like, I'm not even sure. But when I was IGLing, I was just the main one looking for everything.
And how do you handle stress when it's like a really close game, there's a lot of competition happening? How do you handle it?
I think it's really hard, especially for someone like whenever I was first on the stage. This is like my first tournament I've ever competed in. But the best way to deal with stress is just think about like, you know, you're just playing at home. At the end of the day, it's just a video game. But whenever like, for instance, on the crowd, on the stage, sorry, I heard all the crowd and everyone else like cheering and everything. It's definitely really hard to deal with the nerves. But at the end of the day, you just got to realize it's a video game and do your best.
Did you expect, when you first started playing Fortnite, did you expect to one day be playing in these tournaments?
Not at all. I mean, like I said, I was literally just playing with my friends from school. You know, I mean, over time, I definitely got better, and I tried to step foot in the competitive scene. But, you know, everything came quick. Like I said, that coin flip came out of nowhere just like that. And, you know, I got blessed to be able to play at this level for sure.
And what is some advice that you wish you heard from teammates or friends back then that would help you today?
I think one thing that most people need to hear is that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I think people need to, you know, keep going no matter what skill level in terms of anything in life. And, you know, that opportunity eventually comes, you know, not even just in Fortnite. Like for me, for example, I played for 3-4 years. You know, I accumulated like $3,000. And then out of nowhere, I got put with a really good teammate and then made $500,000 in the same 6 months.
I'm glad you touched on how much money you made at the beginning, but
right.
How much money did you make from this last tournament, and how much is the prize for this next upcoming tournament?
Got it. Okay, so at Denmark, it was $1 million for first place, split between 2 people. So me and Mara both made $500,000 each. But going into this next one in Fort Worth, I think it is $400,000 for first, so it's a little bit less, but by no means it's not anything. It's a lot of money.
What's some advice that you would give to younger players who are just starting out their career or maybe aspire to be an esports gamer?
I think I'd give them the same line I said before. It's just luck and preparation. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You know, work as hard as you can, but also try to have fun. Like at the same time, it's just a video game. You know, you don't need to be way too focused on the competitive side. You know, just have fun, treat it as a hobby, and maybe it'll turn into something bigger.
Can you share a memorable or a funny moment from your career that stands out to you?
I mean, a funny moment from Globals, I think this is the tournament I won. Like I said, me and Meryl had no expectation.
But one thing I kept my mind on, which many people didn't, I focused positioning and surge so much more than Luke.
Big.
Got second place.
With this much on the line, and so is Cooper!
And I think we went to all of our end games with give or take 600 max, like combined.
Miro asked for redemption in that last game, but he has no materials. Zone is taking
Big. With this much on the line, and so is Cooper! And he's your Miro, taking down Seti, putting his name in the conversation. People forget what Miro is capable of, but now it's a 1v1. Old blood versus the new basic to go.
He needs to put some respect on his name. Miro running out of builds. That's his last chance. He falls all the way down.
Miro off to the side they go. These are points that need to be earned. Cooper is earning his stripes, but Miro is here to back him up. He holds it down. The siphon comes in now. This is it.
This is a 2v1 situation. Pixie and Cheatin', they're trying to go ahead and go against him. That's Chari there as well. He has no materials. Zone is taking him out until the final.
How does it feel to go from in Chapter 2 as a more just solo player to then having to come down to a coin flip? You can place qualifying into the finals, but then also winning the global championship.
Cooper and Miro.
I think Fortnite is my best game, and it's like the one I'm best at, and I'm going to give it my all until I literally can't anymore, and then maybe I'll think about playing other games for sure.
Awesome. Is there any fun facts you want to share about things you've accomplished other than the competition in Fortnite?
I don't think so. I don't have any like really big achievements outside of that first place in Denmark, but I mean, I guess a fun fact is I have I think 6 grand finals now, and LAN is considering one, and I think I made my first grand finals not even a year before Denmark. So I think that was interesting. That's a cool fact, I guess. It came like from my first like grands to winning it in like a year.
That's crazy, and I don't think that happens to a lot of players, right?
No, man, not at all.
So tell me a little bit about how the reaction from your school peers has been since you won that last tournament last year.
Okay, so I went back to school for a few days after I won, and I mean, I'm talking like the whole school. You know, I went to a really big high school, a 6A1, which for like context is like the biggest you can get in Texas. So there's all these people just, you know, crowding up. I went there like all talking to me and whatnot. Like it was a lot of attention. So I tried for a few days, and I actually went online. It was just too much for me, but nonetheless, I think it was really cool seeing all the people, you know, support me, especially from where I live. And, you know, I love everyone that supports me for sure.
But one thing I kept my mind on, which many people didn't, I focused positioning and surge so much more than
It's big.
It's interesting
With
for
this
sure.
much
I
on
think
the
it's a lot
line,
easier.
and so is Cooper. No way.
And I think we went to all of our end games with give or take 600 matches, like combined.
Get one. Miro out for redemption in that last game, but he has no materials. Zone is taking
It's big. With this much on the line, and so is Cooper. No way. And he's your Miro, taking down SETI, putting his name.
And I know that there's esports in the Olympics. This year we saw the first set of esports games. Do you think that you'd be in the Olympics one day?
I wish. I think that'd be a really cool experience. But I had a friend actually that went last year in Singapore for Fortnite. I'm not sure if they're going to do it again for Fortnite, but if so, I'd love to be there.
That'd be awesome to have a local Round Rock resident out in the Olympics, right?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
So before we wrap things up, I want you to kind of tell us, what are you most excited for this next tournament?
I'm excited to see if I could prove the people wrong, because I think a lot of people thought that my globals win previously, you know, wasn't deserved. I mean, I played with somebody a lot better than me, whatever. But I think I'm ready to prove a lot of people wrong, and I want to see if I could do it on the stage again.
And for those of our viewers that are watching right now and want to keep in touch with you or follow you as you go to the tournament and watch, how can they do that? What are your social platforms, and where can they reach you at?
So my X is Cooper FNBR, and pretty much all my socials are just Cooper FNBR. That's the easiest. The easiest way to reach out to me though is Twitter for sure. That's the social I use the most. But yeah, Cooper FNBR on pretty much everything.
And will the tournament be streamed anywhere?
It will be streamed on all types of platforms. You know, YouTube, Twitch, I think all the above. Facebook, I'm not sure about it, but it should be pretty much everywhere.
And you have a Twitch, right?
Yes, ma'am, of course. It's just Cooper, Cooper.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Cooper, for coming to KXAN and talking to us about this big accomplishment. We wish you the best of luck at that tournament. We know you're going to do great and represent Texas very well, especially that you're competing in your home state. That's even a bigger advantage, right?
Right, of course, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Cooper.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
And that's all we have for you all today on KXAN Live. Remember, we have more lives coming tomorrow and next week. If you want to catch more of Cooper and read the full article that we wrote on him, it's going to be on our website, kxan.com. Once again, I'm Esmeralda Zamora. Thank you for watching.